What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero.
And Lizzie.
And welcome back to the Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we struggled quite a bit.
Indeed.
We had a little bit of a bump in our relationship with Danganronpa. And in this episode, it seems like things are going to get overturned.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite the plot twist.
Is gonna take a dramatic turn. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's kind of late and I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
I'm not funny.
We're both really tired right now, but... Anyways, Sonia is inquiring what Hinata means. What do you mean, Hinata? The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse? There's only one person who could have done that.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be a select someone.
It's Komida, right?
I want to pick Komida, yeah.
Yeah, let's pick Komida.
But you just missed him.
Also, did I?
Yeah.
Also, shout out to his thing. I don't know it is different, obviously.
Yeah, it's different from the regular, but I'm pretty sure...
But I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Also go backwards. There he is.
Okay, yeah. But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like the bandage, you know, like the...
Regular X. His one's particularly bloody.
Yeah, but I mean, is this the regular X?
That's the regular X, yeah.
Oh, okay. What if it was Komida?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know? He wasn't...
Ooh.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe. Huh?
Not just the victim. What does that mean?
I think it was a suicide.
No, I don't think so either. Because I honestly think that someone found out about his plan and then beat him to it.
Yeah.
Because all along, it was like the next step in his plan. Remember, he directed them to the warehouse. And so it wouldn't be that surprising if he was chilling behind the curtain as everything was burning and such. And he planned for that there, right? Like, because it's not like the fire burnt him or anything like that or killed him. It was very probably intentional. It's just that the killer probably found out about that, maybe used that to their advantage and got to him before everyone else did. How? I don't really know. But
how they would have found out, how they would have, yeah.
I feel like that would have to require a different entrance or exit to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Right? But not just the victim. What does that mean?
He was the victim, and he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. I don't think this is a suicide. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Komida might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Yeah, that does make it really difficult to be tied up and everything. Even for a creep like Komida, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Komida was able to tie himself up.
That's so funny. Need to discuss? Are we working on the presumption that he tied himself up?
I mean, I guess now we are.
I guess now, are we doing a little proof by contradiction? Like, even if he were able to tie himself up, this couldn't have been, though. That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible. Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but... How could he have tied himself up? All I'm thinking of is some mechanism in which he loosely tied himself. So it's not like he was like, all of the things were taut and he was like pulled stretch, you know. So he could still freely use his arms as he ties around his wrist and each of his ankles. And then maybe, per se, throws a huge spear where all 4 of those ends are curved around the points from which he would be taut, and then would become taut due to the weight of the spear or something like that. So that he could be, so that all of his limbs would then be pulled taut. And the spear could go through him and kill him?
Yeah, and then I'm also thinking about the knife in his hand.
Oh, the knife too, that
and
makes
then, like,
sense.
the section of the rope that doesn't have blood, and the blood on the ceiling. I feel like all of these are relevant.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Weird, man.
Very weird. I'm trying to put it together.
I don't think we can right now.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm overlooking something.
Alright.
Great.
Hit me with that non-stop debate. My favorite.
Torture wounds, burned rope.
Okay, I think it's probably burned rope or survival knife.
Agreed. Actually, tie up your own arms and legs. Obviously impossible. Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible. I mean, they're all assuming that as soon as you tie it, it's taut, right? But or if you use your front tail, is that?
Whoa.
Is that? I think that is. That's really funny.
Oh my god.
Huh. If our assumption that Komaeda committed suicide is correct, Komaeda should have tied himself up too.
Let's link the description for the burnt rope.
Okay. The rope that was tied to Komaeda's right arm burned off. However, Komaeda's right sleeve still looked clean.
Okay, let's also read the description for the...
Wait a minute.
What?
Do you think Komaeda tied a rope around his right arm and then intentionally used the lighter to burn it and then used that right arm, that free right arm, to do everything else? But afterwards it's going to look like the rope burnt off because of the fire and became free that way. Do you think that's the
But then
case?
how did he stab his hand?
Very carefully.
Like, throws it up and then just, like, puts it there?
Well, if his left hand was holding it, he could have put his right arm onto it or something like that.
But his right arm was tied up already.
No, it wasn't. See, the whole point is he didn't actually ever tie up and have his right arm taut.
Oh, right, this is his right arm. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, as long as his left hand was, like, holding the knife.
But wasn't his left hand tied up?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it can't be holding something.
But then how did he get it stabbing into his right hand?
You take your right hand and you put it on top of the knife.
Both. Oh.
Right?
And then you move it
And then you
over
move
here.
your right arm back.
Oh.
And it looks like your right arm was taut and then became free because of the fire and has a knife through it looking like it was pinned to the ground that sort of way. But it could be done like that, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then maybe that's why he has the weird
And that's
blood.
why he has the blood marks, because he was holding onto the knife as he had his right arm stand.
Really messed up, yo.
Actually, though. But that seems pretty plausible,
that seems
right?
Plausible. Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
let's try and figure out. I feel like we just went like 5 steps ahead.
yeah.
So the burned rope is probably what's relevant here.
Yeah.
That's okay, right? Actually, tie your own arms and legs. What do we contradict or support?
I don't know, let's like look at this together. There's a lot of them.
There actually aren't a lot we can interact with, though.
So let us support one.
I feel like that's what it is.
Well, no, but he was by himself.
Well, Kuzuru said it's impossible.
Oh, I see.
And so we say, no, it is possible because of the burned rope.
Yeah.
That's our interpretation of how this particular truth bullet would relate, right? Do you want to try that?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay. This one, right? Nope.
Try it with a knife.
Hmm?
Try it with a survival knife. Same.
How would that relate?
I mean, it's kind of like the same logic that you were just talking about.
Is it?
Well, wasn't your like little plan that you came up with, like, it involved the survival knife as well as the burned rope?
Yeah, but like the burned rope shows how he was able to tie himself up, you know?
You could also maybe contradict the first. Oh, you could maybe contradict the first one because it was like he tied up all his arms at once, but he didn't tie up all his arms.
Oh, that's probably very plausible too. Try demonstrating right now, you fuck. Okay, I like that plan a lot more. Okay, there we go. Hold on a sec, isn't that premise flawed? What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were... No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up. Yeah, I think we're just kind of going through the whole, like... That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then. It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it. The proof that the burnt rope on Komaida's arm is a trap.
Be the knife?
Or his right sleeve, I think. Because the right sleeve didn't get burnt at all or anything at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burnt at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. Take it. That rope was burned in advance, so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Komaida's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Whoa. Hinata, that's awesome. I'll let you cup a feel if you want.
That's so like out of Owari's character.
I know. I feel like Solda's gonna be like, oh, I'm so jealous.
Solda's gonna be like, I'm so jealous. I feel. What if like Minidita was like, that's my territory.
Oh.
Like, how funny would that be?
That'd be so cute. Owari, you shouldn't give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Sonia's here like, that's not okay.
Like, no.
What's much better is prostitution.
Yeah.
That's definitely wrong. And then, so the Yakuza is like, no.
No, girls. Please stop.
What a funny series of events.
Fine, I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right? Wrong.
Okay. That was such a great interaction.
Yeah.
Danganronpa's writers, on point.
Oh, Danganronpa.
On point. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Komaida. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know? It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hinata, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck? Hold on, there should be a way. Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Yikes. Also, I just want to point out that that's such a literal translation because
Really?
I'm sure it was like man pasento, like ichiman pasento, and like the Japanese like biggest like
10,000,
unit is
yeah,
like
yeah.
10,000, you know. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this.
It's okay. Like it was optimism.
It's okay. Yeah, there's no
Definitely
problem
an
here.
answer.
Can definitely get through this. On rope, survival knife. Probably survival knife.
Survival knife, yeah. I was gonna say maybe like if they had the hand one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. She threw the knife into the air. Let the knife fall. He stabbed his hand that way? That's really funny.
Oh, I think that's it.
Yeah. We need to appropriate that one.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then use that to support Nanami's statement.
Yeah.
Give me back that Benjamin. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty confident we need to appropriate that statement about the left hand and then use that to support Nanami's.
Or you mean Sonya's? Or was it Nanami's as well?
No, it's Sonya's. Appropriate Nanami.
And then use it for Sonya.
Appropriate Nanami, use Sonya. Nothing wrong with that statement. Oh, maybe not.
No, not that one. The next one.
Yeah, the next one she says.
Oh wait, no, I think we used Nanami to
Oh wait, oops, that's not one I wanted to hit. Maybe. Use Sonya. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today was that seriously not gonna count? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Appropriate Sonya.
And then
Support Nanami.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we got that figured out.
Hopefully, we still don't know yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Coming up next, right? What?
Oh my gosh.
You think he propped the knife too, Hinata? The problem is, what did he prop it with? Did we not just support your statement with the left hand statement?
Ah.
Oh. You know what he propped it with?
What?
The Monokuma plushie.
Oh.
I still think that having it in his left hand helps out with the whole like left hand
Like blood thing?
But I can also see it working for the Monokuma plushie, and that's why if he propped it up with the Monokuma plushie, it would only be on one side of the Monokuma plushie.
Okay. Let's try that.
Maybe he used the spear ahead of time to like make that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that. How did the weird blood thing happen?
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have been holding onto the rope, or might have been holding onto the spear, or like the rope at the end of the spear. You know what I mean by that? There we go.
Good job. I would not have made that connection.
I think, yeah, the left palm in the blood might have been the spear or the rope at the end of the spear to like.
Yeah,
let things
because
happen.
there was that section that didn't have blood.
Yeah.
So that's where he was grabbing.
Maybe
onto.
that's where he was grabbing onto it. Still don't know how it all played.
fits together,
fits
yeah.
together, but the life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
そっか。だからぬいぐるみのお腹にあんな穴が開いてたんだね。
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
あの穴にナイフの柄を差し込
Really
む
bad, really bad thought.
Oh
自
no.
分の手を振り下ろした。
I don't even know. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up, and then he slammed his hand onto it.
それならぬいぐるみを手元に置けばいいだけだし。
Inserted the knife,
あの
nothing
ぬい
else.
ぐるみの謎の出血にも理由がつけられるよ。
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. It also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie. Also, I'm going to take over the rest of this game.
Wait a minute.
So the blood on the plushie came from Komaeda after he shoved the knife into his own right hand.
I like how you're trying to like lower your voice to be like, So the blood on the plushie came from Komaeda after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
なるほど。そういうからくりもあるか。
I see, so that's the trick.
一瞬マジでモノクマが死んだと思ったけどな。
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
If only.
血を出すぬいぐるみとか怖いよ。髪が伸びる人形レベルのオカルトっぷりだよ。
The bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too
I feel
long.
like that's a reference to some horror thing.
That's gotta be without.
Don't explain it in the comments because I don't want to know.
Explain in the comments. 'Cause I'm
Don't
really
explain it,
curious.
I don't wanna
Explain in the
know.
comments.
I just won't read the comments.
Maybe give a little. This is the doll explanation header for the comment.
Oh, and then I'll skip
Hit
over
enter
it.
a few times, and then I'll read the explanation, and Lizzie will know the comment at a
Yeah,
time.
I don't want to know. It's so scary.
I feel like it's
It's
a
always
reference
some
to the
scary
Grudge,
story.
potentially.
Maybe the ring. I don't know.
Maybe the ring. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the ring and the grudge, and I don't like it. Let's
そう
move
やっ
on.
てナイフを右手に刺した後で用済みのぬいぐるみを火元の方に払いのけたんだね。
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
うまい具合に火事で燃えてくれりゃ証拠隠滅にもなるって考えたんだろうな。
He probably thought the fire would incinerate and destroy the evidence. I'm still having a difficult time coming to terms with the fact that this is a suicide.
Yeah, that he like tortured himself. Like he just looks so scared.
Right. Right. I actually, you know what? I think it might have been an attempt to frame someone or to put pressure on the traitor in that he could have set it up that to make it look like he was tortured or something like that by the traitor to find the
okay.
bombs or something like that, but not actually go all the way to his own death. I think that's a bit more plausible.
Okay.
And then it took some wrong turn. Whether that wrong turn became a suicide or someone else killing him, I'm not sure yet. But I don't think suicide was his intention.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. He probably thought the fire would incinerate and destroy the
ルル
evidence.
さんそれならどうですか？
So what do you think now, Kuzuria?
右手の傷は分かったけどよ。まだ一番でけえ問題が残ってるぞ。
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The
Giant
spear in his
spear.
middle. His abdomen.
狛枝の腹に刺さった槍だ。要はあいつは自分に槍を刺して自殺したってことだろ。
The spear. Basically, you're saying Komaeda committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? Honestly, I don't know how long the cord is.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably wrapped up on the top.
There's like a beam up there, right?
Yeah.
And so if you have one end of this like cord thing at the end of the spear, and Komaeda's holding one end of it, it would admittedly be bloody, right? Would it be bloody at that point in time?
Depends on when he was like torturing himself.
Yeah. Because then that could be how, if he had it like propped up so that the spear would fall on his like abdomen,
Yeah.
how blood on the end of the tail could get up on the beam as it passed
As
by.
it passed it, yeah.
Still the cuts though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cuts. Maybe he duct taped himself so that he wouldn't scream and alert everyone else.
Oh, this is so like twisted.
Yeah, it's very twisted. It's very dark. It's very despairing.
Yeah.
But I think that actually might be the motivation behind the duct tape too.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're gonna be doing that, you can't help not, right?
You
Like,
can't help it, yeah, but not scream.
Huh.
I don't like this.
順番的に考えれば致命傷になった槍が一番最後に狛枝に刺さったはずだ。
if you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Komaeda.
だったらどうやったんだ？
If that's true, how is that possible?
すでにナイフの刺さった右手で槍はつかめねえし、縛られてる左手で槍を扱うのも無理だろう。
He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
じゃあ槍を先に刺したんだろう。そのまま我慢しながら右手にナイフを刺して。
That's only a you thing, Awadi.
Mm-hmm.
我慢にも限度がありますよ。
There's a limit to his constitution.
そんなに太くて大きいものが刺さったらすぐに行ってしまいます。
If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
No comment.
Say no words.
すみません、よく聞こえなかったんですが。
Danganronpa does it for you.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
ですからあんなに太くて大きいものが刺さったらすぐに行ってしまいますって。
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
もう一回だけちょっと録音をするので。
Oh my god.
Say it one more time. I need to record it for reasons.
おい、いい加減にしと
Thank
け。
you, Kazuryu. Thank you.
Hey, Baka, you better cut it out.
確かにあの状態で自分に槍を刺すなんてかなり難しいね。
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
ナイフが刺さった右手で槍を扱うのも難しいし、縛られた左手でも難しいとなると。
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
無理ってことか。
So you're saying it's impossible.
No.
だけど私にはどうしても狛枝くんの死が他殺だとは思えないんだよね。
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Komaeda's death was caused by someone else.
I really wonder what was going through Komaeda's mind then.
Yeah, like what was he thinking? Why did he kill himself in such a way?
Yeah. There must have been some sort of rationale.
Yeah.
それは私も同感です。
I also agree with that.
It's a bit of a cop-out, but I can think, like, Komaeda's like, I'm gonna come up with the most difficult, like, murder case for them to solve by creating the setup itself and then limiting myself so that I don't help them at all. And if they're able to overcome this ultimate despair, they are the ultimate hope that I support. And if
Yeah.
not, then...
I feel like the only thing I can think of is like him being like a stepping stone to hope.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's all I can think of too. I think that's a little bit too cop-out,
Yeah.
you know?
Especially because his like mental state at the end of it was more like I am like the lucky student and like I'm going to lead the hope.
Right, it wasn't so altruistic.
Yeah.
あんな風に残酷に殺す人がこの中にいるなんて私には信じられません。
To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
信じられないっていうか、信じたくないだけでしょ。
You say you can't believe it. You just don't want to believe it, right?
Is that what movie?
そうやって今まで何度も裏切られてきたよね。だったら今回も。
But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time too.
あなたは黙ってるでちゅ。皆さんの邪魔をするのはルール違反ですよ。
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
それ以上やるようなら、私にも考え
Ooh,
があります
Monami
よね。
pulling out the big guns.
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
モナミがぐれちゃった。
Ah, Monami is sassing me. Interesting. I mean, it's not like that big of a deal, but the translation's more like, I upset Monami.
Oh.
だけど、モノクマの言う通りだよな。今まで何度も裏切られてきたわけだし。
But it's just as Monokuma said, we've been betrayed over and over again so far, so...
今回だってそうかもしんねえよな。自殺で一件落着なんて虫が良すぎるっつうか。
This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
では、ソーダさんは私たちの中に犯人がいるとおっしゃるのですか？
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Stilda?
もちろん俺とソニアさんは覗いてですよ
You almost say Kazuichi,
Oh, yeah, I
right?
was.
Wait, what's funny is because you said like the k sound, it meant you sound like Soda. Like, of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
ソーダ君の言う通り、確かに私たちはずっと騙されっぱなしだったよね。
As Soda said, it's true you've been constantly betrayed.
でもね、私はまた騙されたとしても、やっぱりみんなを信じたいんだよね。
But even... Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
Sorry,
Are you
sorry.
trying to be Chiaki Nanami now?
Did you almost just say Chiaki instead of Nanami?
Well, no, I said Chiaki Nanami.
And then try to cover up?
No. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
何度騙されたとしても、それでも私はみんなのことを信じたいんだよね。
No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
俺だって犯人なんていねえって思いてえけどよ。やっぱ自殺はありえねえだろ。
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
本当にそうかな。
Do you really think so?
けどよ、おめも言ったじゃねえかよ。あの状況で自分で槍を刺すのは無理だって。
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition. Nice.
難しいとは言ったけど、無理だなんて言ってないよ。
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
あの槍を自分に刺す方法なら、なんかありそうな気がする。
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
どんな方法だよ。
What kind of way?
それはわからない。
I don't know.
わかんねえのかよ。
You don't know?
私一人じゃ無理だからさ、みんなで力を合わせて考えてみようよ。
Aww. It's impossible to figure out by myself, so let's think about it together.
今までだってそうやって乗り越えてきたんだし。
That's how we made it this far up until now.
一人じゃないんだ。
What?
一人じゃないんだ。
Aww.
Guys.
みんなで力を合わせて。
Everyone's working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now.
やってみよう。
Alright, let's do this. Another non-stop debate.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're just gonna come up with like this, what is it, pendulum mechanism?
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? One on left hand?
小前田君はどうやって自
Oh,
分
he
に
might
槍
have
を
stabbed
刺したの
himself
か。
with a spear.
みんなで協力して考えてみよう。
Oh, she's got the cute little enthusiastic
槍
Nanami
が
face.
小前田さんに刺さった時、
If the Lord Kazuichi Soda.
右手はナイフで塞がっていた
His
の
right
ですよ
hand was
ね。
covered.
動かせたのは
Only
左
able to move his left hand.
けどその左手も縛ら
His
れて
left
た
hand is
ぞ。
also tied up.
だったら左手も除外か。
No, I think that's
と
what
残
Mr.
る可能
Contradict.
性は
Agreed.
歯を使ったか。
Why did she keep
それか
suggesting
尻尾を
teeth?
使ったとか。
Oh
And
my
the
god.
front tail.
人には握られると硬くなる尻尾があるんだ。
Ori? That crazy? Plushie Sonia's awesome. Okay, yeah, so it's pretty clear what we need to contradict. Ori must be getting a little
A little frisky.
stir crazy. If Komaeda committed suicide, then he must have used that spear sense, even his arms were sent. There's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is...
小前田君がどうやって自分に槍を刺したのか、みんなで協力して考えてみよう。
Daw.
槍が小前田さんに刺さった時、右手はナイフで塞がっていたのですよね。
動かせたのは左手だけか。
けどその左手も縛られてたぞ。
Next one?
だったら左手も除外か。
それは違うぞ。
So do I Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Haven't said that in a while.
Yeah.
待ってくれ。まだ左手の可能性を除外するのは早いぞ。
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
どうしてだよ。だって左手は縛られてたんだぞ。
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
ただ、あの左手にはちょっと気になるところがあったんだ。
But there was something off about his left hand.
手のひらの血痕なんだけど、なんだか妙な血痕だと思わなかったか？
The blood stain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
血痕が付着してるのは手のひらの下の部分だけで、そこから先が不自然に途切れてたよな。
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
血が飛び散った時そこまでしか届かなかっただけだろ
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
手のひらの血痕の説明はそれで済むかもしれないけど、不自然な血痕はそれだけじゃないんだよ。
That settles the description of that blood stain, but it's not the only unnatural blood stain.
ほら、手の裏の指の第二関節あたりにも血がついてるんだよね。
Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Maybe... Oh, I think the cable is actually like quite long, so he had to wrap it around his hand. And that's why.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Then how would he have just like let go? I was imagining he was holding. Oh, okay. And then it like unravels and then. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking at least.
確かに不自然な血痕だけどさそれが何だってんだ
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood stain, but what's wrong with that?
ちょっと想像力を働かせて考えてみる必要があるかもね。
Oh, yeah, guys. We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
手のひらと手の甲にあんな風に血がつくってことは、血が飛んだ時の左手はどんな状態だったのかな。
If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
As the blood splattered, that would seem to imply that he got stabbed while his hand was holding something.
Yeah. Maybe gripping?
I mean, gripping, but...
そうか血が飛び散った時あいつの左手は握られてたんだろうな
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. I don't know.
Let's see where this goes.
だから手のひらと手の甲にあんな不自然な形の血痕が残ったんだろう
That's why there's such a strange looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
まさか自分の尻尾
Oh my god. Was he grabbing his front tail?
Jesus Christ, Ori.
そうじゃなくって槍を握ってたに決まってるじゃないですか。
Perish the thought. He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Perish the thought.
そういえば狛枝くんの左腕って他に比べて傷が浅かったよね。
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
I don't think he was grabbing the spear, he's grabbing that tail
Yeah, I
end there.
agree.
槍を握る握力を残しておくためにわざと傷を浅くしておいたのかもしれないよね。
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
けど縛られた左手で槍を握ったところで自分に刺すのは無理だぞ
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself. That's right, that's the problem.
ナナミはどう思う
Hey, Nanami, what do you think?
おいまさか眠くなったりしてないよな
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
こういう時はいい角度から叩けばいいんだよ古いテレビと同じだ
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
I feel like this maybe to subtly hint that the spear had to come in from a good angle or something like that.
Yeah.
ひらめいたかもしれない。
Ah, I got it. Maybe.
えマジで
But huh? Really?
やっぱり狛枝くんが槍を握ってたのは間違いないと思う。
Yeah, like I thought, it's no mistake that Komaeda was gripping the spear, I think.
ただしその槍のどの部分を握ってたかが重要だったんだよ。
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear he was holding on to? The cord.
Yeah.
そうか
Soulka.
そうか狛枝は槍の柄の部分じゃなくてそこから伸びた鞭の部分を握ってたんじゃないか
That's it. Instead of the handle, Komaeda must have been holding onto the cord.
鞭の先端に鉄の奮動がついてたんだけど血痕はあそこにも付着してたんだ
There was metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too.
しかも奮動と鞭の継ぎ目の部分だけが途切れるような形の血痕だった
Plus, the joint between the weight and cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something. I'm trying to think of how he could have... been holding onto that as he got stabbed. And if the cable is so long that he was able to do that, how it didn't just stay hanging from above the beam, you know?
know.
Right?
その途切れた部分の大きさってさ、ちょうど人の拳ぐらいの大きさじゃなかった？
Isn't the size of that cut off section about the same size as the human fist?
ああ、そっか。狛枝が左手で握ってたのがこの部分だったんだな。
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Komaeda was gripping, huh?
Obviously.
そんで本来はこの部分につくはずの血が
And then the blood that was supposed to end up here
狛枝の左手の方についちまったんだ。
ended up getting on Komaeda's left hand.
Mm-hmm.
でどうして槍のどの部分を握ってたかが重要なんだ？
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
無知の先端を握って槍を振り回して自分に刺したとか言わねえだろうな。
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord and swung the spear around and stabbed himself, right?
そこに全ての謎を解く手がかりがあるのですよね。そうですよね、ナナミさん。
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides, right, Nanami?
Nanami, do you have our answer?
I know.
Does she have our answer? Is she going to be on the same page as us? Is she going to be on the same plane as us? I think we're a little bit above the Nanami plane right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Think?
I mean, think about it. We've had this whole little
This whole
pendulum
little
thing
pulling
going for like a
thing.
long time
Yeah, I
now.
think she's gonna be like, oh, the blood stain on the beam. And then
Yeah, it's like what he said with like a good angle. Like,
yeah.
Either way, we'll find out in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This has been a fun one. This one was kind of like a one where we made like 10 steps ahead and then like let the game kind of catch up to where
we
are.
actually were ahead of the game.
Yeah, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll see you guys next episode. But until then, this is Moon Night Zero.
And Lizzie.
And this mission is complete.